Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Pleasantly Blessed Crochet. We have this beautiful sparkly yarn from Mainstays, sparkle acrylic, and I have a new computer, so we're trying it out to see if we like this. I'm going to start out by winding the yarn, get that going. I always pre-wind my yarn into either a ball or a cake so that I can see whether there's any knots or anything in it. So that'll take a couple minutes. So welcome in, welcome in. It's definitely different doing it on a computer. So especially as it's going through and doing like all the little updates all around the edges of the computer. That's kind of different. Welcome in. Right now we're just rolling the yarn, getting ready to crochet. Hi, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. If you are hearing a clicking, that is my fan above us. And right now there's all kinds of little things all the way around the screen popping up. So it's kind of fun. Hey dude, turn the volume off on the TV, please. Thank you. Welcome in. We're going to get started here in a few minutes. I'm wondering how my coloring is on here because it's really washed out. I feel like it's really washed out on this. Ooh, I found a knot. Okay. See, that's exactly why we roll it first. Hi, Rowan. How are you? How's my volume? Like, now my dog's in here. You're going to hear her click-clacking on the floor. This might just be me showing y'all how to roll a ball of yarn. I don't know. We'll see. Awesome. Thank you. About lost the yarn. So I got a new computer and we're trying out a live on a computer instead of on my phone because look here, I don't know if you can see that. Well, it's like cracked. See, like right there. Oh, right there. Like, okay, so backstory. I borrowed a car from a friend of mine and my husband got backed into, so we were taking photos of it to send to her so that she would be aware, like, hey, the rear taillight got busted because somebody backed into us while we were parked. We were not even in the car. And so I was out there taking pictures so I could send it to her. And she was like, oh, that's no problem. We'll just replace the taillights. No big deal. And I literally had got the phone like the day before. Brand new phone. Just started making videos with it and everything. And I dropped it on the concrete. Like, I was so sad. I cried for like 2 days. So my brand new phone that I was so excited about a couple weeks ago just completely smashed. So that was awesome. Not. So yeah, that's why we're doing this. And we were lucky enough that a friend of ours was getting new computers for his kids for homeschooling, and he gave us some computers for my kids for homeschooling and gave me a work computer because they didn't need that many. So it was really awesome that they were doing that. So, and the company that he works for and everything, like, I guess they upgrade their computers pretty frequently, so they just give them away. So it was part of like a little nonprofit thing to give them away, which I thought was really cool. So we won the little giveaway thing for 2 free computers. And so we're using one for homeschooling this year, which we've already started back. We've been so busy this week, y'all. Like, it has been about 2 weeks since our last live together, and so much has happened. One, my son started working a couple weeks ago, and he's doing great. He's working in a restaurant. He's 16, so he's doing really good. If you're wondering why that's like a big deal, it's because my son is autistic, and we were very upfront about it with the owner and everything, and he's doing a super good job. So doing great. But we are getting ready to start back with our scout troops. We are getting ready to start back getting our schooling started. We've already started schooling. We started on Monday. All of their books came in and stuff for Monday, so that was awesome. And of course, like, they immediately started, and they're already like 6 lessons in because they wanted to start them the night that they got them. So that was good. I have a junior and a freshman this year, which is crazy. Crazy that they are both in high school now. So homeschooling high school is not for the faint of heart. It is a totally different ballgame, especially when your high schoolers have disabilities, because there's so many other things that you have to do with them. So the biggest thing about this, I dropped it again, about this computer screen is that I'm not sure where I'm supposed to, or how I'm supposed to have it set. So I go down a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. It looks a little weird because my head's cut off. If I come up a little bit, I have to be like way up here in my face. So when I do it on the phone, it's like elongated. So that's a little different. That'll take a little getting used to. Oh, hydration check. I have a Mountain Dew tonight. Y'all, I needed the caffeine. So, yeah, other than that, like I said, school here where I live has started back. I think public school started back on Wednesday. Today's Saturday. So they started Wednesday. We started on Monday because we always start the first Monday of August. And our first troop meeting thing was today for our first Saturday outing. So that was really interesting. It was like a parent info meeting, and then we had some other stuff we had to do during that info meeting. So I didn't actually attend it, but My son was in charge of doing stuff for it, so he had to go do his thing. They got introduced as the officers of their unit, or of the whole thing, which is nice. What other updates? I've been working a lot. I work 5 days a week now, so I went from 2 days a week to 4 days a week to now I am there 5 days a week, and I am the closing manager of the restaurant that I work at. So right now we've had some kids that are not the best employees working there. Hi, welcome in. So they like to leave stuff undone, and it's really annoying. So we're in the process of training them how to do stuff correctly. Like, if you're in the restaurant business, you totally know. Yeah, I think that's pretty much an update. Update on my daughter is she has decided she no longer wants to wear her hearing aids, so we are traveling through that path. So we are learning sign, ASL, or we're learning ASL, but like the syntax is really, really hard for us. So sometimes it's ASL, sometimes it's SEE. I have a big problem with my hands wanting to cooperate a lot of the time and like do what my brain tells them to do. So, I found knots. Like the whole end just barfed. So we're going through that journey with her. She's 13, about to be 14. Yeah, that's basically it. So we're gonna get started soon, I hope. I've got to finish this little barf right here, and then we will get started on making this. Maybe. I'm going to start with the tentacles, and then whatever is left I'll use on the top part. Because I'm trying to use a whole ball. Maybe I won't use the entire ball, but we'll see. But, oh my goodness. I'm doing it wrong, maybe. I don't know. Hi, Pandora. What's up, baby? All right. Oh no, I tried to do it or not. Hold on. Maybe I can unknot it. Yeah, okay, there we go. So, you need to see what we're looking at. Ouch. So most of the rest of today's online video is just going to be me crocheting. I am probably going to turn a movie on, so you may hear that. My channel is not monetized in any way at this time. I don't have the viewers for it. I don't have the subscribers for it. And honestly, I don't have the time. Like, I do this for fun because I think it's interesting to see what people actually do in their daily life. I have not had a market. Oh my gosh. Like, because of my hands and I'm not able to do the heat right now. So more backstory. We found out that I am diabetic, so I have a hard time with processing the heat and stuff and dehydration. So I'm having a really hard time with that. So this year we decided not to do any markets that were outdoors, but finding an indoor market has been really, really hard. So this year we're just kind of taking a break. Plus, I'm working 5 days a week now. So we're just taking a break from doing markets. And did you just not? Yeah. So I know last year, like, that's all my content was on here, was just market after market after market. We did a market every single weekend, sometimes 2 every single weekend last year. And it really, really helped. Because if you have been on my channel for a while, you will know that just over a year ago, my mom passed. And when that happened, I didn't know what to do with myself because I had been her caretaker for almost 10 years at that point. And so I threw myself into doing markets and stuff. This was before I got hired at my job. And I hadn't had a regular job, in over 10 years. So it took me a while to get hired. Because they said I had no work experience, which granted is true. I do have 2 degrees. I have one in business management and one in human services. But my information from when I went to school was so outdated by then that it wasn't useful. I wasn't able to get a job in my field because I had been out of my field taking care of my mom for over 10 years. And, you know, that was a big thing. And so I just put myself into doing markets and stuff last year. And I did a market every single weekend and like refused to take breaks and made myself really sick over it. And like basically worked it as a full-time job last year. Whoops. All right. The very end of it right there just got a nod. Ugh, I hate it when that happens. So basically, when I did get hired to do what I'm doing now, which is managing a restaurant, hey, Dollar Tree has these for $1. They say create on them. They're really cute. These are probably the biggest pencil cases that I have ever seen, but it is perfect for all my hooks. So I went through all of my hook stash and put like a ton of them in here. So there's like, I mean, this is not all of them, obviously, but there's a bunch in here. And I got a little case of these. Basically, last year I worked so much and crocheted so much that I gave myself carpal tunnel syndrome and wound up doing permanent damage to my hands. So now they feel like they're on fire all the time. I am going to use a, whatever this hook is. I think it's, let's see if it works up okay. So this is Mainstays size 4 yarn in teal, sparkly teal. It is sparkle acrylic. It is 251.53 yards. It's very specific. It's 5 ounces and it is a size 4. They suggest a 5.5 millimeter hook, which I think is what I have, which is not going to be suitable for doing the top part, but it will be fine for doing the leggedy things, which is what I'm going to start with. I'm going to plan to make 11 of them, I think. Yes, 11. So let's just see. I'm trying to think if this is a 5.5 or 5. It's one of those two. I do know that. So we're going to chain 40, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Is this turned? It is. Actually, we're not going to use this because I just realized it's broken. So That one needs to be repaired. Let's get another one. A different one, a better one. Let's see what this one is. This one is a 3.5, so we'll pull that out for doing the top because I know we need it for making the body. It's crazy too. I always lose my freaking scissors, and since I got this case, I've got all the scissors in one place because they actually fit in here. So nice, so lovely. Probably still gonna lose them, but they're there for the time being. Let's see, this is a 4.25. I am looking for, okay, let's do this one. This is one of those Dollar Tree hooks. Welcome in. Let's see if, now I gotta back up because I redo it. I'm glad I noticed that was loose because that would have been so bad. So bad. So we're just starting our project. If you are new here, oh yeah, that feels so much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Chain. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay. So that's our chain where we're starting at. It is going to scrunch up a little bit, so I'm actually going to do 5 more because it's a little shorter than what I intended. Actually, I'm going to go to 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So done 50. That's perfect, I think, because it is going to scrunch up as I do the swirly gigs. And also when you're doing the swirls and making the legs for this, like, depending on your tension and stuff, like, I'm probably not going to make all the legs tonight. I might. It just depends. Oh, the way that I make them, you're going to double crochet 3 into that first chain space, so it'll look like that. So just 3 double crochet into that, and then all the other spaces you're going to put 2 double crochet so that it starts twirling. Some people do 3 double crochet. I do 2. I like the tighter look. It just makes my little critters look a little bit more unique. I like it a lot. So you will have 101, I believe. No, that's not right. 99. There we go. 99 double crochet back up the chain. Because you're doing 2 in each, and we did 3 in that first one, but we skipped a loop, or we skipped a thing to get into that first one. So but you'll see as I do it what it starts looking like. And also this way we can see, like, are they too wiggly? I'm probably still going to go with this. But we'll see if they're too wiggly or not. Or not wiggly enough. Just depends with this hook size. I like them when they're curly, but I also like them when they're like a looser curl. So they're just kind of like a ringlet. I think that's kind of fun. And I think this yarn is going to make ringlets. It looks like it's going to make ringlets instead of tight curls, which is totally fine. Like, I think every critter that I make, even if it's with the same yarn, it always winds up looking unique. Every single one of them, whether it's the face or something about the body, like they all look unique. So that's pretty cool. And this piece is handmade. Like, if I was making it on a machine, yeah, I could get them all exactly the same. Do I want to make them on a machine? Not really. Also, you can't machine crochet, so I mean, obviously, anything crocheted is going to be handmade. All right. They're going to have like little loose ringlets. That's going to be cute. It's going to be for like a little jellyfish anyway, so. Jellyfish are all unique. There's different kinds, so. Hey, Ellie, can you grab me the jellyfish that I made the other day?
Where is it?
And there, in the office.
Yeah, let me find it.
Thank you. So, I made another jellyfish earlier this week, y'all. And I wanted to show it to you. I didn't make a video on it or anything. I just decided I wanted to make a jellyfish, and I thought it was cute. And I loved the yarn that I was using, and so I just wanted to make them. Thank you. Hold on one second. I'm counting. Actually, I'm just doing this. All right. So this is the little jellyfish that I made. It doesn't have eyes yet, but I did. This one has 13 jiggles.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you. You found the cactus. The hardest working cactus with all the little pokies poking out of it. But yes, here is the little jellyfish I made the other day. And this is what I was talking about. Like, all of them, I'm trying to hold it steady. So even if I hold it nice and perfectly even on that side, they all have different leg lengths. And that's what I was talking about with your tension. Like, this one is longer. This one's pretty long. So, I mean, some of them are shorter. So it just depends on your tension when you're crocheting and like things that are going on around you and things like that as to the length on them. You're never going to get every single one of them exactly the same. I mean, unless you have amazing, amazing, amazing tension. I'm sure there are a few people that can do that. I'm not one of them, but I love the wonky underneath look. So I did 4 of this darker color and then 9 of this color. 9, yeah. 9, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of the color that matches the top. So that is my pretty little jellyfish that I still need to add eyes to. And that's what I made last week. I probably should have done like a video making it, but I didn't. I just wanted to do it for the joy of it. Like, I didn't feel like being on camera with my broken phone with a line right through the middle of the camera. And this will probably be a multi-part video because I have to work tomorrow and I do not have good night, baby. I love you. I don't have time to be awake all night. So probably break this up into 2 or 3 parts and trying to get it to go around. There we go. So that's what it's looking like right now. We're trying to get at least 2 or 3 of the legs done tonight. We're already at like half an hour, so we'll see how much we can get done. I have noticed too, like, I crochet so much slower now that I've been working full time and I use my hands so much. I crochet so much slower than I used to. Like, I used to be able to knock out 4 or 5 small plushies every night when I was doing it for the market. Also, I had, like, you know, a reason to do that because I had big markets all the time and I was using that as my income, you know. So our goal was to make like $300 a week on it, 300, 400, depending on, you know, after profit and everything. And that was, it was an adventure for sure. Things that I learned about was, one, my crochet skills are not expanding if I'm doing that. Like, I was getting stuck making the same 25 plushies over and over and over again every single week. And that was why. It was ridiculous. And so I wasn't gaining any knowledge. So it got really boring for me. And I like to like test new things and do new things. So I've been a pattern tester for a couple of different projects this year. One of them was a little doll that was from a Pride and Prejudice collection. That was really fun. Another one was for a hot dog dog. That was really interesting, and not the viral one either. It was like a weird, somebody was trying to make the pattern on their own, and I did not realize that, or I wouldn't have even been a tester for it, because I'm not sure who the original person is that came up with that. I want to say it was Allie Crochet, but I don't think that's right. I'm not sure who came up with the hot dog. I'm not really sure. So don't quote me that I said, hey, oh, it was this person or that person, because I don't know. But I want to say it might have been her. And then another one was a race car pattern that it was like this little bitty car. That was actually pretty cool. It was really easy. It's easier than I thought. I mean, it's not my vibe to do race cars and stuff, but I thought it was kind of cool. It was definitely something interesting to make. So that was pretty fun. Ouch. Other than that, I've just been made a few things here and there. I say that, but let me show you just in a second because I just finished this one. And I kind of like the way that it's droopy-ish. So there's that one. So once I curl it, that's what it looks like. There's that one. I'm going to scoot you guys back just a second. And snag this bag so I can show y'all what I've been up to here recently. Aside from that, oh, my pillow slipped. Hold on. Whoops. Gotta get back into position here. Let's put you back up there. Stay? Don't stay. Stay? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. All right. So I have a whole bag of things that I've been working on. So it's about to be spooky time. So I've been making some of my little ghosties. So I know you can't really see it, but there's like little arms. Oh, he's like almost glowing on the TV there. But yeah, he's got little arms. And he'll have a face when he's done. I made a bunch of those. And then I made some that are finger puppet style. I figured I could sell these for like $3. So let's see. I have a couple more somewhere. Here we go. I think I made like 5 of these one night. They are the same pattern as this one. They're just not stuffed, and I didn't do the decreases on the bottom. So I'm going to try these and see. I do have a couple things going on for spooky time. I also, of course, made a couple more of these. I think I made two or three. Let's see, I made a purple one. Got a whole bag of these here. Made 2 purple ones. These are my mini whales. And a blue one. Maybe that's all I made. Maybe. I think that's all I made when I was doing this. So I made these, and then I saw the blue, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a jellyfish. And then I decided I didn't want to use the blue to make a jellyfish. I wanted to use the blue to make a couple of legs for the jellyfish. So I did that. Obviously, those have to be stuffed and eyeballs put on them and all that stuff, but everything in this bag has to be that. Here's another one of the little things. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Let's see, how many more do we got? 5 of those. I think I made 5. And then I made a little brown chicken, and I actually finished the chicken, so that one's ready to go. I think I have to put eyes on it. Just realized that one of my hairs is on. I have to put eyes on this. Obviously, he's been laying up against the little ghosties. But I made that little chicken, and I made this little chicken who also needs eyeballs. And I did put the beaks on, I just haven't put the eyes yet. So I made 2 chickens here recently this week. I made this weird looking blue bee thing. Mostly because I wanted to use up this fuzzy yarn. So it looks white and blue, but it's like really a pale blue with blue. And then the wings are like, I did use a pattern for this, y'all. Like, it's got a pointy butt. This was a pattern test that epically failed. And so I sent them the pictures and I didn't finish it. And I did a totally different one in the red and black and sent them the final, like after they edited the pattern and stuff. It was a friend of mine. But I mean, I will eventually put this probably in my donation pile, or maybe I'll give it to my kid. I hate the wings. I want to cut them off. They were trying this weird, I don't know what they were trying, but at least for this yarn, it did not work. It was weird looking. But yeah, here's that. I'll finish it because I already have it stuffed and stuff. But yeah, I'm not digging it. I also made another little bee, but then this will also go in that pile probably because the wings are too far apart and I don't feel like cutting them off and redoing it. I might. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Also, the face is weird. Like, it just got too many problems. So it'll probably go in my like pay what you want discount bin, which I've had people pay like $4 or $5 for stuff, and I've had people pay for like quarters out of that bin. If you don't have one, I absolutely suggest getting one or doing one at your markets. I made another little baby octo. So this one's pink and excuse me. I was running out of the pink. I think I only had 2 pink left. So I needed to make some of those. And then I ran out of the pink yarn because, you know, why not? Actually, I ran out of the pink yarn because I was making tails for possums. So I made that possum and then I made 3 more possum bodies, I think. Yeah, 3 more possum bodies. These are not finished yet, of course, because why would I finish something? Like, you know, I got a bag of stuff for when I don't feel like crocheting that I can just, you know, reach in there and work on stuff. So these are also like, you can tell there's like a huge difference. These are so much bigger. And then other ones, like, I don't know what I did to the pattern. I did something different this time. So this is one that I had just needed to make a tail and put it on there, and it was in the bag. But apparently I totally did something different between this one and this one, or this next time that I was doing them. No clue what it was, but I wound up making 3 of them like that. And this one's like the size of the other ones that I made. So I got some that are smaller and some that are just a little bit bigger. Am I going to have them at a different price? No, they're all going to be $5. Just because I like selling them. So I made those and I got to finish them. I did apply for the Possum Fest this year and I was denied. I was very sad. Oh, there's one more of those. So apparently I made 6 of those. And then the last thing that I was working on was making little bee bodies. And these are purple ones, purple and yellow. So I thought they were kind of cute together. They kind of give like school vibes. I made these because one of our local high schools was, they have bees as their mascot, and their colors are yellow and purple. So I was going to make a bunch of these, and then I wound up having to work. Like, my schedule changed, and I was asked to come in more often and move to 5 days a week. So I made 3 and that was it. So, yeah, that's what I've been working on here recently. I've also still been working on getting my studio all put together. All of these are just sitting in a bag next to my chair, waiting to be stuffed or sewn or worked on or, whoops. Why did I only make one of these? I thought I made more of these also. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just started making the puppet ones. I don't know. But we'll see. But yeah. I was working on those, getting those done, and then decided I wasn't going to do any markets here anytime soon. So I am thinking about doing a market in October. So I did the market last year. I think I only made like $200 and something on it, which is fine. But also it's like run by one of my besties, so I might do that. Yeah, that's basically what I got going right now. I am gonna try, if it's not raining, to do a market on Saturday, next Saturday. Sorry about that. Yeah, maybe next Saturday. I've lost that hook. I cut it up and I moved stuff around and I lost the hook. So I do have this giant hook. Little pink hook. Where did you go? Oh well. Grab another one. So I know it was a pink one. I have several of these. 5.5. Yep. So just gonna grab another one out. And then once I clean off my spot here, I'll find it again. No big deal. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me. Working a lot, crocheting just a little bit. Not doing markets this year. Like I said, I am going to try to do a market next weekend, just because my bestie runs that market, and I was supposed to do it last weekend on the 1st, but it stormed like you would not believe. And there's no sense in going. Like, it's over an hour away from me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 10. I was like, wait, where did I go? But yeah. All right, so I've got my chain of 50. A nice big chain. And I'm just going to show you guys, like, how much it actually shrinks. Like, honestly, it did not shrink all that much. Maybe about this much. So about 10 stitches worth. So, because there's the knot at the end of it. And that's how much it shrank for this one. I know these shrink so much, but they are a different kind of yarn. But, yeah. Plus, I'm doing them like really loosely stitched because my hands are not the best tonight. So you're going to chain 50 and put 3 double crochet in that second chain from your hook, and then 2 double crochet in each one till you get to the opposite end. I need some movie recommendations, guys. Like, I watched Hard to Kill with Steven Seagal in it yesterday, and that was like such a heartbreaking story. Like, oh my gosh, if you have not seen it, like, they did him dirty. Not the actor, but like the character. I was very upset, but he came out and like became amazing at the end, like he always does, because it's Steven Seagal, y'all. I watched that yesterday. I wound up watching Obsession and absolutely hated it. That movie was awful. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. Trying to think of what else I've watched recently. I watched Wish on Disney Plus. It was so good. It was so cute. Really liked the storyline and everything on that. I kind of wanted it not to be a musical as much as it was, just because I don't enjoy a lot of musicals, but it was still pretty good. I'm gonna move you guys down so you can kind of see what I'm doing since I'm laid back now. My daughter conned me into watching a Descendants movie thing where they go back to Wonderland. That I like the original Descendants movies. Okay, I'm not digging the Rise of Red characters, so she digs them, and that's all that matters. So it's just, it's okay. So I have Disney Plus, HBO Max, Stars. I have all the things, Tubi, Peacock, Netflix, all of them. So if you guys have recommendations for like TV shows that I should be watching or that look like fun to watch, I will say I am almost done with Game of Thrones. Or not Game of Thrones, but House of Dragon, which is a Game of Thrones spinoff. Not really a spinoff though. It's kind of like its own thing. The last episode comes out tomorrow, and I have to be at work, so I'm gonna watch it tomorrow night when I get home because it looks really good. The storyline has been pretty good. There's a lot of things that I wonder how they're gonna do on because I read the books a long time ago. And so I'm just like, interesting. How's that gonna happen? There's still too many people alive. And that's what I told my husband, because my husband has never read the books. And he was like, it's gonna be so amazing. It's gonna be the last episode. And I'm like, no, they got another season coming. They have to. And he was like, why? And I was like, because there's too many people still alive in that movie or in that show. Like, there's just absolutely too many characters still alive. And he was like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, have you not seen all of Game of Thrones with me? Like, every single episode, some major character pretty much died, or, like, okay, spoiler if you've never seen them, like, the whole point is that they kill the main characters. And, like, as soon as you fall in love with them. I mean, that's not the point of the show, but, it did happen pretty frequently in Game of Thrones. Like, there were so many good deaths in that. Another thing I've been watching is Outlander. I enjoyed it until they went to America, and then it just kind of lost me. I didn't like it after that. But while they were still in Scotland, it was pretty good. I prefer the books. I don't like watching people have sex on screen. That's just weird to me. So I would enjoy it so much better if it didn't have the smut uh, on there. Like if it's just a storyline. But I know a lot of people like that, and that's fine and good and dandy for them. Um, what else have I been watching? I've been watching The White Queen series. That's a movie, I think. Maybe. No, it's not a movie. It's a series. Um, I want to get into The Serpent Queen, but I haven't, like, I don't know whether I don't like it or, like, I watched the first episode and it was just so strange. My yarn is flying away. Get back here. Um, the way that they were monologuing it was just kind of weird. So that might be part of it. I'm not really sure. I did enjoy The White Queen and the White Princess, which I've been told they are part of the Philippa Gregory book series, but I'm not really sure of the other Boleyn Bride. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Like, I when I was in high school, those came out, and I really liked it. The book, but I don't think she necessarily has anything to do with the show. I think it's just a similar style. But I haven't really looked into that. This one's making kind of funny looking little twist. Um so I like the epics, I guess. I tried to watch the cartoon Ride of the Rohirrim thing. I didn't like it. Uh, I think I saw that they're doing another season of, or another series of Lord of the Rings kind of thing. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I did enjoy Rings of Power. It was pretty good. Um, Obviously, like, if you've read the Silmarillion, you knew who Saruman was before they showed it on the show. Like, it kind of gives you more detail of the Silmarillion and some of the other works of Tolkien. So that was pretty cool. I did enjoy Galadriel as a young woman and showing her story more, because I feel like in the Lord of the Ring movies, she's just kind of there. Like, they did better in The Hobbit to give her more of a power and stuff, but I feel like she was just not given the role she deserved in that, in The Hobbit. Um, yeah, I need some things to watch, y'all. I watched Lethal Weapon 1 the other day. That was pretty cool. I watched it with my kiddo. She had never seen it, so she was like, "Ooh, this is kind of cool." And we watched the 4TV version, because there is a lot of language in movies and shows from the 80s. Oh my word. Like, we are very specific with how our kids even though they're teenagers, like what goes into them. Okay. I feel like that one did not take anywhere near as long as the other one when we were figuring out what we're doing. Okay. There's the second one done. Let's go ahead and twist it the way that it's supposed to be. I had someone buy a jellyfish from me, and her daughter literally came back. I guess it was maybe an hour later. She had been playing with all of the tentacles, and they were all untwisted the wrong way and like all mishmashed and stuff. And she was so upset. And I had to show her how to retwist the tentacles so that they look nice and pretty. And like they were not going to stay nice and pretty. I knew it. She knew it. The mom knew it. Because there we go. There's 2 of our tentacles made for our jellyfish. The mom totally knew it because this child was like 5. Like, there was no way she was going to keep those tentacles nice. Stretch my hand just a little bit. All right, number 3. Maybe tomorrow after work I can come back and we can finish this out. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, there's one of my hairs. So if you get a crochet project from me, it is probably going to have one of my hairs in it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, and 49. One more. 50. There's our nice little thing. So I also started another project, and it is a graph gan that I am working on. But it didn't start as a graph gan. I was going to say, where'd my phone go so I can show you guys? But I think I covered it up or something. Oh, there it is. So I might be able to show y'all what I'm trying to do. So I saved it in my pictures on my phone. And I should have saved it a little better. But anyways, there's a stitch along by Creatively Crafting, and it's a cross stitch thing. So I'm gonna try and see if I can get that to come up on there. But it is a unicorn cross stitch pattern. Maybe I can get it to come up. There we go. Okay. That looks better. Okay. So it's a cross stitch pattern that they created. And I was like, ooh, I think I can create that in a baby blanket. So I multiplied each of the stitches by 3 because there's only 36 stitches across, which means it would only be about like that wide. So I multiplied that by 3 and it gave me exactly what I needed for a baby blanket. And then I did double crochets on it, and I'm on row 8 of that. So I've been working on that. I have never, ever done a Grafghan before, so I'm learning how to do that. That is something that is definitely like working my brain muscles so much. And I haven't decided whether I like the carryover method or whether I like to do the tie and cut and then sew it in later. So if you guys have ever done that, let me know. Oh, excuse me. Because I find it really interesting. Like, my brain is really happy when I'm working on it. Like, it's really working my brain. So I've been enjoying that. And I have a couple of her other cryptid patterns that I was working on cross stitching. And then I realized I absolutely cannot count. I don't know how to count. Nope, can't do it. It's not for me. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. At least counting cross stitch. Like, I can do cross stitch with a pattern, no problem. But counted cross stitch is not my jam. I barely crochet, y'all. Like, if you watch me frequently, y'all know. Like, y'all just know. I literally don't count my stitches most of the time unless I'm working from a pattern, and then I still sometimes don't count my stitches. So, yeah, I'm not the best counter in the world. At least not for that. I like freeform art. Like, it just makes more sense to me, to my brain. My poor little brain that needs scrubbing sometimes, and that's why I do art. Hello, welcome in. But yeah, so I've been working on doing that. I'm on row 8. I realized after I got to row 8 that doing 3 stitches in each meant that I also needed to bump it up to triple crochet instead of double crochet because it's going to look a little squanchy, but it's going to be fine. I probably will never sell that blanket. I probably will never give away that blanket because it is the first time I'm doing Grafghan, and mostly I'm just learning, and I think it's cool. So if you do Grafghans, let me know. If you would like to see me do my Grafghan, that's not going to happen because there's like 70 balls of yarn attached to it. It's actually like 5, but still. I had to figure out, because I didn't have any of the, what are they called, bobbins? I didn't have any of those. So I had to figure out, like, whether I wanted to cut them every single time or leave them attached every single time. So the main colors that I'm going to use frequently on it, I just left attached. And then obviously the background, I had it jumping back and forth. So I didn't want to carry over on that. So I went ahead and detached it. Yeah. It's just something to get my brain all scratched, get my brain all working. I do have a couple of things coming up in October. I'm going to try to do Market on Main again. That was so much fun last year. Like, my husband and I did it together, and um, we sold like $400 in plushies, and we sold completely out of our fried pies because we took fried pies to that. I think we took 100 fried pies, and we sold them all along with the little cookies and stuff that we sold. So, like, it was pretty good last year for us. I know plushie wise, we sold like almost $400 worth of stuff. Might have been over $400 worth of stuff. It was our best market last year. So I'm going to try to do that market again. I have been watching the local page to see if it is open yet. Since we will be a returning vendor, they're going to send out emails to the returning vendors. We were lucky enough to get one of the 10 spaces last year because they only open it up if a vendor from the previous year drops out. And they had about 10 free spaces last year, and we were lucky enough to get one of them. We were not the only crochet people at that market. I think there were 3 other crochet people. So, like, there was also like 75 booths. So, like, I walked around and looked at everything, and my husband walked around after me and looked at everything, and like, we saw several of our friends. Like, there's just so much going on. So much going on. It's great. Okay. My hands are starting to be kind of not great feeling. So I think we're going to stop after this one. I was hoping to get 4 or 5 done since I want to have 11 total. But I don't think that's going to happen tonight. So I might do a couple more in the morning and then finish out tomorrow night on live if I can, depending on how tired I am from work. It just depends. But I can kind of feel the numbness starting in my fingertips. So this will be our last one tonight. And I've given you guys all the updates for my life. Like, all the different cool things going on, which is like nothing. Like, I don't have cool things. Like, cool things what? I am almost 40. There is no cool things happening in my life anymore. Like, I know one pattern I want to look up is Brochet's little ninja stars. Those look so fun to make, y'all. Like, if you guys haven't checked him out, go check out Brochet. He has all kinds of like um, manly weapons and manly-ish crocheted things, but he also makes like cool, cute little things. But he made ninja stars a long time ago, and I just happened to see them on one of his old throwback videos, and I was like, that is so cool. I need to make a ton of those, just so that we have some to play with. They look so fun. So, Brochet, if you ever happen to watch this, uh, my kids, especially my son, loves your content. Like, my husband does too. He thinks it's awesome. All right, we are at the end of this one. I just realized that we didn't do a question of the night. Like, normally we were doing that on my videos, but I just didn't do one tonight. Like, tonight's just me getting back into doing some lives because we haven't done it in a couple weeks. It's just a chill little catch up. Okay, so here's this one. I'm going to twist it the way that it's supposed to be twisted, and we'll see how it turned out. I think it completely twisted the opposite way, like all the way down, which is so funny. Yeah, it did. It twisted the opposite way the entire way down. But there we go. There's the third one. So we've got 3 jiggly legs made now for our jiggly little jellyfish. So I need to make a bunch more. I need to make a whole fistful for our jiggly jellyfish. And then I haven't decided yet whether I want to make a big, like, actual jellyfish size head, or if I need to make like a really small head with a bunch of long jellyfish tentacles. I guess it will depend on how much of this sparkly yarn I have, because I'm making the entire thing out of this sparkly teal. So that is our video tonight. We made it just over an hour and 17 minutes. So that's awesome. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Love you guys.